Hey, you know what? It's a beautiful day, and the main reason is because we're back on StepFans and Chill. Welcome, everybody. It's the morning show with the late night feel. Mikey here, man, chilling. I'm chilling. Is it Mikey or Mikey? We go through this too much. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Everything is just fine, you guys. It's another day in the world, and you got to understand your perspective is shaping how your day is looking. I don't know, man. You got to put something positive in your system just so the rest of your day can have the outlook that it is necessary to have. And I'm telling you, today is one of those good days. And I feel like I've lived a lot of life in the course, I don't know, since the last episode. And man, I got feelings, man, and I got thoughts. Here's one. Are separate bedrooms in a relationship the beginning of the end? You know, because there's times where I feel like I understand it. You know, if you sleep with that person that snores or they got that CPAP joint and it's just making all types of Darth Vader sounds all night, I get it. You might not want to be in the bedroom like that. There's people that don't want to be touched. You know, there's a lot of factors where, I don't know, I can see it and maybe understand it, but I don't know if I ever condone it. And then if you're able to have separate bedrooms, everyone doesn't even have this luxury. So many people are just forced to be together. That's why some people are still married. It's because they just couldn't afford to leave. So it's money to curse. You finally get enough money where you get extra bedrooms, and then you decide, hey, I'm gonna go in this one and you go in that one. Is that the curse? Cause I'm a person, man, like in the bed, I gotta touch on something, man. I gotta feel a woman human body. And if I don't, even in my sleep, I will seek it. My body will roll over and find the heat. And there's people, man, you know there's a business out there. Did you know how there's sex workers? You know they have cuddle workers? You know you can pay for cuddles? I don't know, man. Listen, you know, when the pandemic started, people was looking for work. I didn't know this existed at the time. But I'm telling you, when comedy was kind of slow, this is something I would consider. I don't know the website. And listen, man, I ain't even the warmest cuddle. My body heat stays incredibly hot, but I'm also only 160. So, you know, like, I give as many cuddles as I can, but that would be a fun business. You know, man, I'm down for it, you know? I don't even know how much that is worth an hour. You know, just to be able to help people in their time of need, give you about 2 hours and nothing else, nothing more, all right? I'm doing good in life, and all I'm there to do is cuddle. So when you go give me the look and slam $40 on the nightstand and blink your eye, no, I'm not crossing that line. I am only there for cuddles. But I don't know, man. I know my uncle and my aunt, they used to sleep in separate rooms. But I know because I could hear him snoring from the other room. So I knew what that was about. And I'm not a fan of it. I'm personally not a fan of it. But if it's helping your relationship and you both feel like that, I feel like it's always one of you. It's one of you that feels that way. And the other one is just forced to go along with it. I don't like that type of compromise in relationships. These things are tough enough. And now you're bringing in more elements like sleeping separately. And it's a joke. I've heard that joke on stage. I might have told it about, you know, how cool it would be if we had separate homes, you know, and we visit each other. But that's That's way down the line. You know what I'm saying? That's some 40 plus stuff. No relationship in their 20s is sleeping in separate rooms. That's after a while, once you build up a lot of resentment and hate, and then you don't even want to look at this person. You guys watch a show together, and then you're like, all right, I'll be over here. I like nothing about this. Now, what is the solution? Can't force someone to want to be in the room with you. You don't want to leave the relationship, so you just deal with it. I don't know. I need answers. I really want to know, how do you feel? I just know that I would live in a state of unhappiness, and then I would mention it. And if nothing changed, I don't know. You take it from there. I don't know. Relationships, man, they doing a lot of fancy things. You guys, this Cardi and Offset, here's the thing. I don't even talk about rappers. I don't know if y'all know this, but I don't jump into rapper relationships because I know how rappers get down. And what I mean by that is I'm on this funny stuff and they on this real gangster, this is my life stuff. So I tread very lightly because I ain't trying to deal with that. I go with a lot. I go so many places alone. Like, I'm alone. Like, I like it. I'm in these streets, just meing it up, all in these streets. So I can't have rappers pulling up on me because I talked about their relationship. But, Cardi and Offset, Hollywood relationships, I put them in that category. They got a time span. They like a good 2 to 5 years. And I think they already passed like 3-4 years. So, congratulations. I think congratulations should be in order, and she's moved on. And the way she's moved on, that's what's getting me. That's why I can't do, for myself, I could never do a celebrity relationship, depending on the temperament of the woman. And I already know the temperament of the woman that would be with me. I attract a certain type. I attract women that are, and they just want to do harm, and they have high level anger. That's just kind of the woman that I attract. So as far as a celebrity relationship, I couldn't do it because of how it ends. When it ends now, so many people get this one-sided story, or they get this post from her behalf. And in Offset's case, you got Cardi out on the boat, snuggled up, talking about, this is my lick back. And that's a difficult thing. And, without mentioning names, I have a couple of celebrity women who showed their interest. But you know what I learned about the celebrity women that are like into you? They don't like offer like a date. They invite you somewhere. They invite you, hey, come watch this, or check out this taping, or come to this party where they'll know everyone. And then you see what's going on and you decide if it's for you. I kind of lay low, man. I need to stop laying low. I need to start laying high, and I prefer something different, man. You reach a certain point, and I think one day it's just who you are. If your money's where your money need to be, you really do whatever you want to do. If you're like, hey, I'm still trying to figure this out, and you're like, I don't want to go, but maybe I should go to this party. And then a lot of stuff happens at these parties. I don't know. Right. People was like, do I feel for Offset? Do I sympathize with him? Here's the thing. He know what he was doing. And this is what Cardi said. This dude was getting down with regulars. Like, I get it. He was with fans that was just like, You know, like these was just women that you just see at Whole Foods, you know, and I'm like, oh man, that got to hit low. But yeah, that's enough. That's enough of that. Because what do I know? Nothing. All this could just be put out via them to enhance their numbers, and good for them. And then there's another rapper relationship that's on the brink, man. It's on the fence. It's on the ropes. Remy and Papoose. You know, that's a tough one too, man. Papoose, he's held Remy down for years. She was locked up, you know, for pulling out the giggity get, for firing, you know, who knows what she did, you know. But Papoose, man, he did it, man. He broke out. A lot of men don't even have the strength to leave their relationships. They just stick it out. They just hang in there, you know. And he moved on. And he's with a new young one. How do I feel about their relationship? Guess what? It's none of my business. However, I'm going to share. These age differences, man, when you with these 20-year-olds, I think it's fun for a while, but I don't know. I don't know if it sticks. But I also feel like he had to get out of that other thing he was in, and they'll probably come back together. You know, they'll find each other later in life, which is probably in 3 years. But he's with Clarissa Shields. We talking world champion fighter. And I think, you know, Remy is talking a bunch of trash, man, and, you know, dogging. She's hurt. She's feeling a certain way. She's even mentioned things about Clarissa, you know, and Clarissa has fired back and said a few things back. And I think we all know. Do we all know what the elephant in the room is? There's a big, clear elephant. The elephant is Clarissa will knock you out. Like, imagine that, man. Like, your ex starts dating an Olympic fighter. Like, how much you really gonna say? You know, man, if I break up and my lady, she ends up with some prize MM, not even just a fighter, just a dude that gets paid, someone whose hands are registered weapons. How much trash am I really gonna talk? You know, now I gotta be watching my back every day. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna take a punch. I mean, no, here's the thing, I'm not gonna take it. I'll be willing to be there, but if I get hit, chances are I'm going down. Okay, we talking from a prize fighter, but as long as I get a swing in. So for the video, it looks real good. I want the video to show, even though I got knocked out, I threw a punch. So they like, yo, he went out though. He went out swinging. But I think that's the clear elephant in the room. As much trash as Remy talks, every time she says something, I'm like, ugh. If they was face to face, this could end really bad, unless Remy's trying to get another one of those gun charges. It's tough, man. Man, I think I'm outgrowing certain movies. I did it. We all went. We went to see Final Destination. It's a new one. I think it's called Bloodlines. And man, that used to be the movie. That used to be the joint. You know, like, oh, they just escaped death. And now it's chasing them throughout the entire movie. So, you know, now they on part like 8. This was one of them ones. They had some good previews. And I was like, all right, we going to give it a shot. We hit up the movie. I'm talking fam. I don't know how many of us. It's a lot of us. And we just watching, and it's like, it was one hilarious line. This won't even plot spoil by saying it, but this is the funniest line in the movie. It's like, who is Jerry Finberry? Oh, man. That was the funniest line I've heard in a movie probably this year. You know? But then it was like, oh, man, this is cheesy. This is, what is this? You know, and I just had that to be that, you know? And it's like, I guess I've outgrown it. I think if I saw the same movie and it was like 15 years ago, I'd have probably been like, wow, this is a great film. And as far as it being something to do, the answer is yes. I say support movies outside your home, support theaters and drive-ins and all of that. Because, yeah, I like that experience. And if we don't support it, it just goes away. You know, it's some drive-ins that's just shut down. So the movie was not for me at this point in my life. Let's just go there. Hey, man, I want to give a shout out to the Vail, Colorado. All my people out in Vail, where you at? I did a comedy festival out there, extraordinary festival, headlined the show, did some other shows. It was really great. It was really incredible. I had an experience happen that I don't know if it has ever happened at any of my shows. So I got heckled, right? This guy was so into the show. He breaks up, cuts out my show to heckle me, to say something about a joke I've done or he was into about a farm of vaginas. It's a long story. Anyway, he's like, oh, he says something, interrupts the whole show, says something else. We going back and forth in the middle of the show, and, you know, I'm having a good set. I'm on one. I'm feeling it. I'm rolling, and it's going great. And this man, I make some joke. I don't know. I think the joke was like, yeah, man, good timing, you know, to just pop in here on the middle of, you know, a punch, whatever I said. This man with no push just got up and removed himself from the show. And then after the show, he comes up to me, apologizes and says, man, I'm so sorry I did that. I don't know what came over me. I don't know why I even did that. I was into it. I'm sorry. And I kicked myself out of the show. Have you ever had a heckler kick himself out of the show? Yo, that's next level. That's like next level heckling, where you ruin the comedian's set, which he didn't, but attempt to, and then remove yourself, like self-policing yourself. Is that the future? And if it is, I like it. I like it, but I think the audience would like better if, like, I kick you out, you know, and then I get to use my power and my security and, like, remove him. I've only had to do that like twice. And this is like 20 years of stand-up. Can you believe that? When did I start? I know, that's wild. Hey, I got these people writing in these stories, and I feel like it's important to just get the feedback from the fans, man. I can see you writing in, and I think this is an interesting story. Let's see what it says. It says, all right, I'm hoping, this is from a woman, I'm hoping for advice on how to make money without my husband finding out. Uh-oh. All right. This is interesting already. I'm trying to save up and leave him and eventually get a divorce, but I currently have no money of my own. I'm not allowed to have a regular job, so that's not an option. All right. This is not even the whole story. I'll jump into the rest in a minute, but she needs advice on how to make money without her husband finding out. You know what this story is? Sad. That's really sad. He didn't allow her to get a job. Why are we in these relationships where someone is telling you what you have to or not do? Why do we trust love so much? All right? Love ain't it. It takes more than love. Figure it out. Figure yourself out. I'm learning a lot about myself, and I don't know. I don't even share it all, and I probably need to start sharing it. Maybe I would feel better, but there's a lot of new feelings that I ain't even liking, because it's like, this is what it is, and this is who I am. And this is a terrible thing. This is a terrible situation. You know, I don't know, man. I mean, there's easy money to make. You go out, there's a lot of women selling their bodies. That's like one of the first options. That's probably not what you was looking for. Can't do OnlyFans because you're trying to keep it a secret. So you can't just pop on here and then your neighbor, Tom, is like, hey, I just saw your wife. She's on OnlyFans. I subscribed. Can't do that. So making secret money is, listen, it's not an option. especially when you have zero. You need skills. You need a skill set. You need a trade. Go on YouTube, learn how to become a plumber. Do it. You could watch YouTube videos, do like 72 hours of YouTube videos and watch them heavy for like the next 3 weeks. And then take your toilet apart, not the main one, but the other one, and then put it back together and learn how to do this. You can become a plumber. There's always going to be a need for people who can do stuff like this. You need to be an electrician. Where are my electricians and my plumbers at? If you're trying to make some money, I think that's the way to do it. Unless he looks at your YouTube history and then he's like, what is all this stuff about plumbers and electricians? You know, maybe your secret will be out. You say, let's see, I might be able to get a work from home job, but I have twin 9-month-old babies and I can't do anything that requires being on the phone. You have any ideas for income I can earn quietly and flexibly? That would be appreciated. Well, I'm here to tell you, at least for the next year or two, you are stuck. And it's going to put you in a not happy place. And that's what life is sometimes. It's just, I think what you should do is find God. Find some spirituality and some energy and start manifesting some things, because this is not looking bright. It's looking like a situation a lot of people would not like to be in. However, there are a lot of people in this situation. They don't have options. They want to lead a marriage. Maybe leaving the marriage is not the answer. You didn't really give enough details. Like, why are you trying to get a divorce? What's going on? You need to share more so you could really be helped. Maybe you're the problem. No one wants to hear that, but it's a strong case because we know nothing about you or your husband. So maybe share more details. Maybe figure out how to work it out. That's all I got. What are y'all looking forward to? Are you excited about the summer? I'm a little excited about the summer, not just because I'm working, but I do got some things coming up. You know, I got Vegas. Vegas is coming up. I'm updating my website. You know, the energy is looking real good. Sometimes you just got to turn that energy around. You know, something very sad. Basketball season is ending. That's very tough. You know, it was a really good year. But I'm looking forward to the summer, man. You know, I decided, you know, I'm a party more. I'm gonna figure it out, jump into some things and do stuff new. I think you got to put yourself in those new environments, you know, and jump into something maybe you've never done. Like, I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm not gonna like hang glide or nothing. You know, I already made my mistake. I think about 12 years ago, I went snowboarding. That was the one and only time, but that was me living outside the box. Now, I haven't done it ever again because it didn't go well, all right? But you live and you learn from these experiences. Man, I really appreciate you guys, man, for tuning in and all your insight and your comments. And, you know, I feel like a lot of times we're learning together and figuring this stuff out as we go. The calendar's looking crazy. Stay in touch. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. StepFans are chill. We back at you.